Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rafides with Mending Hearts Counseling, and today's video is going to be all about the unhelpful core belief of not feeling lovable. I feel that this has been my core belief for a very long time, that I am unlovable, and it plays out in my romantic relationships all the time. I'm bound to be rejected. I'm bound to be alone. I am unlovable all the time. So if you are someone who has thoughts like myself, why doesn't anyone love me? Why can't anyone love me? Well, this is the video for you. I am a certified life coach and wellness counselor, and I also hold a biopsychology degree. But aside from having the education behind what I have been studying as far as mental wellness, emotional wellness goes, I also have had every trauma in the book that you can imagine. I've had it as a child. I've had so many unhelpful core beliefs to untwist. I've had a really challenging attachment style as a child. It was the anxious one because of the way that I grew up. So aside from the actual knowledge of the topic and subject of why these things are happening for us, not to us, I also have the direct experience. And whether you're in a relationship that is already existing, that you keep experiencing the feeling of like, why am I so unlovable? Why can't he love me? Why can't she love me? Or you're trying to get into a relationship, but every time you meet someone, it seems like that your story or your narrative is, when they get to know me, they leave me. So this is what happened for me. Whether I was in a relationship, I would be left. And whether I was in a relationship, I would also experience the feeling of being left, or why can't he love me? Why can't anyone love me? And it went back into my childhood of like, why couldn't my mother love me? Why was she so critical of me? Why did she hit me? Why did she punish me all the time? Why did she never say I love you? Why did she never give me any compliments? Why did she never support me through anything? Because as a child, I needed those things. These are fundamental things that every child needs to develop a secure attachment style and a positive self-view. And a positive self-view equals a tremendous amount of self-love. So I had no self-love because no love was given to me as a child. So where the hell was I going to develop this love from? So when people would say things to me, to be like, why are you like this? Or why are you like that? Well, this is why I am like this and why I am like that. It makes so much sense to me, but it takes awareness and knowledge to understand why we are the way that we are. And then, and only then, can we ever set ourselves free from it. So self-love is so important. When you have this feeling like me, why can't anyone love me? It's because we lack it from within, or we lacked it from within. We didn't develop that as a child. It was not part of our 4S's vocabulary: safe, seen, secure, and soothed. You have a negative self-view just like I did. Therefore, you're searching for that love now as an adult from another adult, but they cannot give it to you. When you're a child between the ages of 0 to 12, it is the right thing to seek it from your primary caregiver. And if you're not getting it from your primary caregiver, then you're integrating ways to make up that love for yourself as a child. And that's where the ego and the misguided eyelight comes in. And for me, overthinking was the way that I was giving myself self-love. I overthought everything in order to rationalize what was happening to me. The emotional abuse, because I used to be called names. There was physical abuse, and I had sexual abuse as well. But that was obviously not from my mother, but from elsewhere. But anyway, I was experiencing all these things that I had to rationalize in myself. I had to rationalize within myself to make sense and to somehow, make myself lovable, because we need that as a child. So what do we do now that we're adults and we understand? When I have the thought, why can anyone love me? That is reflective of a core belief that runs deep within my body, which is I am unlovable, which reflects back to your childhood, that you did not receive the love that you were meant to as a child. And it's all okay, because I know that I signed up for this lesson. I know that I signed up for this in this lifetime. So I don't have any resentment towards myself, my mother, or anyone else who has been on my path. I get it. Thank you all. Like, this was something that I wanted to experience. I don't know why I would want to experience that as a human, but I chose it. I am embracing it, and I am untwisting it, because that's what cognitive behavioral therapy does. It untwists unhelpful core beliefs such as I am unlovable, to help you find the love from within yourself, so then you can find that love from within somebody else. As within, so without. That's what that saying means. As within, so without. As you have it within, so you stop looking for it on the outside. As without it on the outside. You don't need it from the outside. You already have it right here. The love that you ever need. So when you have that thought, why can anyone love me? You love yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror every day and you say, I love you. That's what my counselor had me do. And she still has me do that, because I will always only attract the level of love that I have for myself from somebody else. I will only ever attract the level of self-worth that I have for myself from somebody else. So those are still a work in progress for me. Yes, they're changing, but they're still a work in progress. I'm receiving more, but not enough. So every time I elevate myself more with my own work to self-love me, to make sure that I fill my cup with things that make me happy. Make sure I look at myself in the mirror and say, I love you, positive affirmations. Make sure that I do my gratitude, write out the things that I'm grateful for myself. I tend to write things that I'm grateful for other people and experiences in my life, but not so much for myself. Write out the things that you're grateful for about yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are. Hug yourself. Do meditations on self-love. Speak to yourself kindly. Do the work to love yourself. Louise Hay actually has some really amazing books on teaching us how to love ourselves. Mirror work is one of them, and heal yourself, heal your life is another one that I did. And again, affirmations, scripting, meditating, all these things help us to cultivate the self-love within here, so then it can be reflected back to us from the outer world. I promise you, it's just that simple. So the next time you find yourself in a relationship where you feel unlovable, just remember that this is a core belief that is just being reflected back to you, because the world is a mirror and it's just showing you a little bit something more that you need to tweak within yourself. So then you know what it is that you need to do next, and watch and see what happens. I would love to hear, if you come back to this video, even say 21 days after you have watched it, because it takes minimum 21 days to rewire a certain belief that has been ingrained into our nervous system, because neural pathways develop from experience that we've had as children, especially if it's something over and over and over. So for me, because my mother was so critical and never said, I love you, every neuron of mine basically fired, you're unlovable, you're not enough. So I had so many neural pathways to untwist. So it took me a little bit more than just 21 days, but don't judge yourself, because healing is that's why they say healing is like peeling an onion. You don't know how many layers you have left to heal. So if you still bring in someone who is showing you that same question, why can't anyone love me? Then you know, I have a little bit more self-love to give to myself. And you just keep doing the work. You don't give up. You never give up. Believe in yourself, and believe that you can do this, and believe that you are worthy and you are here to experience this, and it will happen to you. I promise. Please do not give up. Keep at it with me, so then we can just all heal together and love together and be together and just experience life as we are meant to, unconditionally, in unconditional love. And like Michael Singer wrote the book, The Untethered Soul. No matter what happens around you, you remain untethered. You remain in your unconditional love for yourself. You remain in the knowing that like you are worthy of love, and you give yourself all that you need. And when you give all yourself that you need, then the world is a mirror, and it will reflect all that right back to you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to me. I love hearing from you, and I will see you next time.